How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Box to Box. We take on Sporting in the Europa League round of 16, first leg. And I've got Vasco with me. How are you, brother? You excited for the game?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah? I think, I don't think we're going to get the win, but I'm still excited for the game because obviously, I'm both a Sporting and an Arsenal fan, so it's kind of mixed for me, but I'm rooting for my team to win, for Sporting to win, but we'll see. Okay,
let's go through just quickly just how your season's been so far, because obviously you're sitting fourth currently in the Premier League. Is that a good depiction of your season so far?
No, absolutely not.
Why do you say that?
We've been very inconsistent this season. We've tried to get some reinforcements, especially in the January transfer window, but as well in the summer transfer window when we started the season. We sold two of our most important players in the midfield, and that completely destroyed our season because our manager and our board didn't have a backup plan, and he's already admitted that. So when Palhinha went to Fulham and Mateus Nunes went to Wolves, we completely lost the midfield, and we lost so many points during the season, especially in the beginning, that we've crashed out of the Portuguese Cup. We lost the League Cup final against Porto, and we just haven't been competitive enough this season. Like, we've obviously gotten good results from time to time, but it's definitely a really bad season for us, and finishing fourth is unacceptable. Okay,
how do you think you're going to do in this competition? Obviously, you're playing us, currently top of the Premier League table, but you've dropped down into the Europa League. You are definitely still a very good side when it comes to Sporting. How do you think the campaign's going to go in the Europa League? Obviously, we've got Arsenal. How are you feeling for that?
I'm going to be fair. I think it's going to end here.
Wow.
I think it's going to end here. I don't think, even with Arsenal, obviously trying to focus to get the Premier League title, because obviously that's what's important, and that's what all Arsenal fans want. I don't think there's a single Arsenal fan that would rather have the Europa League over the Premier League. I mean, there's no. I don't think it's in anyone's mind. But even with a rotated Arsenal squad, I think we still don't have a chance to be able to get through the two legs, because, like I said, we've been so inconsistent this season. You don't know which team you're going to get that day. You don't know if the team's going to turn up. Like I think it was 2 weeks ago when we played Midtjylland on the second leg away. We put 4 past them after the first leg here. We did absolutely terribly, and we got an equalizer in the last minute. We played so badly, and Midtjylland, obviously they're a team from Denmark. They're not on the same level as us, we played so badly on that first game that we thought, oh man, we're going to do so badly. But obviously on the second leg we played so well, and then on this weekend we played against Portimonense at where you guys were at Algarve, and we struggled a lot, but we managed to get a 1-0 win. So
It's weird that you say you're so inconsistent, because in your last 5 you've been unbeaten. In all competitions you're unbeaten. So you saying it's inconsistency? Is it just from what you've seen? It's
from what I've been seeing this the whole season. So like, obviously the last 5 games they've been good in terms of results, but not every match has been like, we haven't played well.
Right.
And obviously before that, if you look at the whole season that we've done so far, we've won twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then we lose. And then we draw. And then we get some wins, and then we draw and lose again. So obviously, and the table position reflects that. Like, obviously Braga are above us. Like, that's
not okay.
That can't happen. Like, we can't finish below Braga, but I don't think we are. I think we're going to finish above them, because Braga, obviously they're weaker than us, and they've been dropping points lately, and they're 5 points now because they lost their last game. They're 5 points above us, and I think we're going to go. We still have to play them, and they have to play Benfica and Porto as well. So I think they're going to drop points there. So
okay, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the atmosphere, because listen, I love these trips. I love getting away and going to Europa League trips, and Sporting I've been excited for. And I know Benfica are currently running away with your league, but you spoke to me off camera about the rivalry between Sporting and Benfica, and you kind of, in my head, it looks like it's going to be quite a crazy atmosphere. But will it be like that at the game, or is it?
Unfortunately, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the stadium's going to be pretty bad this game. I'm afraid that the stadium, the atmosphere is going to be. It's going to be okay, but in terms of capacity, it's not even going to be. If it's half full, it's going to be lucky, because the prices have been so bad.
Oh, okay.
And, obviously, at a time like this where the team needs a lot of support, the board should have dropped the prices down and they should have made it cheaper, but they made the prices so expensive and they've priced out so many fans. And the team, obviously, the moment of the team isn't the best. So you combine those two things, and I've been getting sent so many messages, and online I've been checking with the Sporting Circle, and like if you go to the website right now and you check the amount of seats that are still vacant, it's heartbreaking. So I think the atmosphere is going to be.
That is a shame.
Yeah, it's a big shame. Like we're going to play the top of the best team in the Premier League right now.
You're one of the best.
Well. I mean, to me, Sporting is the best club. But, Arsenal.
Yeah,
it's second best club. And and I think it would be so much better if the stadium was absolutely full and the crowd was buzzing in and everything. But I don't think it's going to be that because there's also been this war that the board has been waging against the fans, and
that's not.
Yeah, it's complicated. It's specifically with the ultra groups, and they have this vendetta against them, and they've been doing a lot of. They've been telling them that you can't behave like this, and then because they've been using pyro and stuff, and
that builds an atmosphere. That's what it's about.
It is what it's about.
Your team or a team they're going to need that, especially. I don't want to blow our trumpet too much, but like we mentioned, it's Arsenal Football Club coming here. Like you're going to need a huge amount of support and the fans behind you. That's not good that the board are doing that.
Yeah, and they've threatened us that if we don't be on our best behaviour tomorrow, that UEFA has said that they've put on a ban on selling away tickets for us for 2 years, but it's the fine's suspended. But they said if there's any misbehavior tomorrow, they're going to ban the ticket sales to go to the Emirates. So, yeah, that's not good. But
okay, and obviously, so the atmosphere is not going to be what
unfortunately
I was hoping for tomorrow. But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Our away fans, I know how amazing they've been all throughout the season. They're going to be loud and raucous, and they'll be behind the team. Let's kind of get into just quickly your manager, Ruben. Let me just give me your thoughts on him since he's been at Sporting.
He's been an interesting character. Obviously, he came from our rivals Benfica.
Yep.
He played for them.
Played for them as well.
And then he managed Braga before he came to Sporting. And obviously, most fans now, they might have mixed opinions about them. But if you asked most Sporting fans a year ago, they'd say, "Oh, he's the best thing that's ever happened to us." Because the season that he came in on March. In the middle of a season, actually after the middle of the season. So obviously that season...
What year was that? 2021?
2019.
Oh,
so he came during the 2019-2020 season.
Cool.
March.
So you won the league under him as well?
Yeah, we and then the next year we immediately won the league.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's kind of been going down, which is unfortunate. Yeah, usually what you want is you want to start down and you want to go up, right? And then that's what Mikel Arteta has been doing. He finished 8th 2 seasons, then last season he finished 5th, and now he looks like he's going to win the Premier League. For us, it's been the opposite. So like we won the league, and then we finished 2nd last season, and now the season's been really, really complicated. I still hope that we can finish 3rd, but still. And our manager has said it, finishing 3rd in a club like us is unacceptable. Like, we have to finish first. We have to fight for the league every season. Like, you have to have that ambition.
Yeah.
So I think Amorim has been good, and he's been one of the best managers that has come to Sporting.
Yep.
But especially the signings, some of the signings have been a bit mixed. Like Trincão he played for Wolves. Then he went to Barcelona.
Yep.
He's been very underwhelming, very, very underwhelming for what we played. When I saw him
at Wolves, I thought he was a good player, got good technical ability.
He was
a bit lightweight, but seemed like a good
But
player
the thing is, this season, and the season this season, that's the only season he's played for us. He's been so underwhelming. He's scored, I think, 4 goals now, but even so, he's been quite underwhelming. Obviously, we still have some good players.
Yep.
I think you're going to mention Marcus Edwards, right?
I was just...
you're going to mention... you're going to mention Edwards.
Obviously, an ex-Tottenham player.
I know, and I feel a bit mixed by that. But, you saw the way he celebrated when he scored at White Hart Lane.
Yes.
You saw that, right? And he was still like, "Oh yeah, I just celebrated because and I think and scoring against Tottenham, I think always feels great. So
definitely.
So there you go. I think, but he's good.
Yeah,
but he's also been in. But the thing is, he played really well against Tottenham.
Yeah.
but he's also been inconsistent this season. That's the problem. There's some games where he can't really play that well, and then he comes off, and then the manager takes him off and stuff.
Very Spursy of him, isn't it?
A bit, but I think he just needs some more time, because when he plays well, oh man, he plays well.
Yeah.
And I think our front three. I don't know if you want to talk about the attack now.
Yeah, you can talk about attack also. Your centre backs as well. He's been scoring recently in the Europa League. Is it Kute or Coates?
Kovac.
He's been scoring as well from the back. But you can talk about the front three. And then after that, we have to speak about Hector Bellerin.
Oh yeah.
We have to have some
our front. So obviously we play in a 3-4-3 formation.
Yep.
And we've been playing that like that since Amouni has come in. And he's always very adamant about the 3-4-3.
Will he stick to that when it comes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to the game,
he will never change his formation.
Wow.
He has always played a 3-4-3. Always. He might change the players' positionings. He might change the players' positions on the pitch.
Yeah.
So like a player might go down a little bit, but he will always play in a 3-4-3. Always, every time, no matter what happens. Jeez. Even if we're getting battered 5-0, which we did against City last season.
Yeah.
He will always play a 3-4-3 formation. So always with 3 centre backs. It's very important. 2 wing backs. 2 midfielders and 3 attackers. Always like that. And we usually play a front 3 with 2 more advanced players on the pitch and then a striker.
Yep.
But our striker right now, he's been, again, very inconsistent. a bit of a theme with Sporting this season.
Yeah.
Paulinho.
Yes.
His role on the team is to play very for the team. So he usually plays with his back to the goal, when the ball is in the midfield and we're still playing, and he plays to his teammates and stuff. But then, obviously, when we're getting ahead in the final third, he is there to try to score, to bang goals in. But he sometimes runs away from the ball when the ball goes to him to the box and stuff, and he doesn't have the ball in. He likes to score very flashy goals. So when he scores, it's kind of flashy, and then he can miss like the easiest goal. Like the ball is right in front of him. There's like a meter in front of the goal, and the ball just goes wide or goes up. Like it's very frustrating sometimes, because when he scores, it's great. Like Paulinho and everything. But have you seen his celebration?
No.
He celebrates like this.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, but he's been
doing it for a while.
He's been doing it from like 2015 and stuff.
Oh, Rashford.
So like when I saw Rashford doing that, I was like, he stole that from Paulinho,
yeah.
and obviously he didn't, but Paulinho has been doing that for a while, and hopefully he scores. But I don't think he's going to score. To be fair, he's been super consistent. But our goals, if you look at the statistics of the goals, our top scorer this season is a midfielder.
Okay.
And he usually plays in the front midfield, but I think he plays better when he's playing to the left of our striker, to Paulinho. But I think he's going to play on the midfield tomorrow, because I don't know how the papers are in England, if they leak squads or if they usually have an idea of the squad next match. But they leak the squad for tomorrow, and usually they're right. And it looks like Paulinho is gonna play on the front, and Edwards, Trincão on both sides, and then Pedro Gonçalves, the guy he scored 13 goals now this season.
Wow.
He is going to play in the midfield.
Interesting. Well, let's hope Partey can lock him up. Let's quickly have a word then quickly on Hector Bellerin. I just want to get your thoughts. I mean, he split the fan base, I think, when it comes to their opinions of him when he was at Arsenal, a long-serving Arsenal player, Hector Bellerin.
10 years, right?
Yeah, very long. And obviously went to Barcelona and ended up obviously with you guys as well at Sporting. How has he been for you? A fan of Bellerin? How's he been? Just quickly.
To be fair, I think he's been decent.
Yeah.
I think Bellerin has actually been decent. He's obviously no Pedro Porro, because he came in to replace Pedro Porro, because Porro went to Tottenham.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not really hard to be better than the player that Porro, the player that was covering for Porro when he was not playing, because he's been. I don't want to go on him too. I don't want to go on Jogaio too much, because. He's been getting a lot of slack. He's been getting a lot of crap this season.
Yeah.
And the season before that, because I just don't think Jogaio is a player fit to wear this amazing jersey. But for the few games that Bellerin has played, I think he's been decent.
Okay.
I think he's actually been all right. But obviously, like I said, he's no Porro replacement, and I don't think he's going to get to that level. but I think he's been all right.
Okay, let's speak. This is one of my favourite sections of Box to Box, and I always watch it every week, and I enjoy this bit. I want to get your thoughts on what you think of Arsenal and how they've been this season, and you know the threats they might cause when it comes to the match day. Just, I know you're a part Arsenal fan as well, so it's going to be interesting to hear your thoughts. Obviously, off the back of an emphatic win, last-minute winner from Reece Nelson.
I'm still buzzing.
Yeah, I'm still buzzing off it as
well.
I can still hear the yes being echoed in my head from my celebrations. But
my desk will almost flipped. On my house. Oh my! I almost flipped my desk. That was so good. That was
crazy,
so good. So obviously, I'm a bit biased because I've been growing to Arsenal, especially this season. But starting from this season, I've been following Arsenal more closely, and I've fallen in love with this club.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love Arsenal now. But
yeah, what have you made of them this season? And do you think that they might? They can do the Europa League and the Premier League. Do you think we're one of the main competitors in this competition now?
Absolutely, yeah. Wow. I think Arsenal are, if they weren't so worried about, and I don't think Arsenal's squad is small in any way, but you definitely have a strong starting 11, and then if you start making some changes, it's not as strong. Obviously, that's with every team. But if you look at squad depths, if you look at City squad depth compared to Arsenal squad depth, it's not the same. But I think if Arsenal weren't so worried about the Premier League, you'd absolutely win this. You absolutely have every capacity to win the Europa League. Wow. I think absolutely. And what I think about Arsenal this season, they've been absolutely incredible. Yeah. I've enjoyed watching, and obviously all Arsenal fans have enjoyed watching the team this season. Mm-hmm. The boys have been absolutely amazing. The fight that they show every game. And there's one thing I want to mention.
Go on.
Is that Arsenal this season reminds me of when we won the league in 2020-21.
And I was going to quickly, before you sorry to cut you there, it was after 19 years of waiting for a title, and that is exactly where we're at as well. So.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't that aspect that I was going to mention. It was the aspect that we here in Portugal call it the little star. It looks like you have this little bit of luck every single game. That you can score past the 90th minute, and when you think that the match is over, that you're not going to get the 3 points, you manage to get it because you fight until the very end. And when we won the league, we had I don't know how many goals that we scored past the 90th minute when we really thought that we were not going to win. Wow. Like I can remember on the top of my head like 4 or 5 games that was exactly like Bournemouth, where you really thought like you were on the edge of your seat, or like, oh, we're going to drop points and we're going to crash out of the top spot, and then we win the game, and then we keep going, and then you really start to think. You come February, March, and you start to think it's possible. Like this something special is happening, and the parallels between Arsenal this season and when we won the league in 21 is so striking. It's crazy. I can show you some highlights after.
Oh, we'll have to definitely look at them. And there's been a few this season. We talk about Bournemouth, but there's also Aston Villa, Man United as well. So I hear that.
Man United.
It's crazy.
Nketiah, oh man.
Who are you most feared about when it comes to the game? What player do you think, Sporting, we're thinking we have to keep that person quiet?
Odegaard and Partey.
Yeah.
I think the midfield battle is going to be absolutely crucial to win the game. I don't think Partey is going to start, and I think most Arsenal fans think that Partey isn't going to start. I think they're going to start Jorginho and Odegaard, and I think those two players are going to be so influential. Obviously, the attack, Saka, if he plays, I don't think he's going to play. Yeah. But if Saka plays, oh man,
of course,
it's going to be an absolute headache for our back three. We have good central defenders like Coates. Yes. He's been in the club since 2015. He's been absolutely essential. We call him the El Patron, because he's the boss of our back three. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he's really good, and he usually plays in the center, and then he has 2 other defenders on the side, and he is really good. And our defenders right now, we bought a guy from Midtjylland. He turned 19 recently. He's called Usman Diomande, and man, we have a focus on youngsters.
Yeah.
And he is looking to be one of the best signings that we did. Like we bought him for 4 million. Yeah. And he's looking good. So maybe he's going to be able to
keep some of our attacking force quiet.
Oh man, Martinelli. Listen, I've seen Martinelli this season. I've seen Saka this season, and if Jesus plays, oh man, if Jesus play, I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I'm like, I want Jesus to play, but as a Sporting fan, I don't want him to play because I know how good he is.
He is dangerous, and yes, he's been spotted training. He has to travel with the squads. Hopefully, we'll see him. Listen, it's now time to come to round up this box to box by asking you a score prediction.
I hate doing these. I hate doing these.
So do I. I'll be honest. So do I. I hate it as well.
Obviously, I want to back my team. But I'm really, really not confident. I've been thinking about this because I knew I had to do a score prediction. So again, I never do a score prediction because I just want us to win.
Yeah, of course.
Right? For me, the result doesn't matter. If we win, we win. But if we get a 1-0 win, I think that would be huge for us. But will we be able to score a goal when we've been so desperate to score? Watching Sporting games this season has been such a big exercise because we waste so many chances. So many, especially the Portimonense game that I was talking to you about. We wasted like 4 or 5 clear chances that Pot just absolutely, and he missed the penalty as well. So and our manager actually was asked about that in the press conference like an hour ago. If Pot has to score a penalty, is he going to score? And he said yes. So we're not going to change penalty takers for the time being, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 because 1-0. I have to back my team. I love Sporting,
of course.
But man, it's just
a 1-0, an unconfident 1-0, but that's fine. I'm going to go over 2-0 score prediction because I think Arsenal, off the back of that Bournemouth game, they're going to want to be tight at the back. We leaked goals that were unacceptable, so I think we're going to try and keep a clean sheet here, and that'll bode so well for us when we play you in the reverse fixture. But that'll be my score prediction: 2-0 to Arsenal. You're going with a 1-0. Thank you for joining me for this box to box. It's been a pleasure. Like the video if you like the video. Make sure you check out all the content coming away from AFTV on this trip. Myself, Lee, and we've just linked up with Julian as well, so I'm sure you'll see him in some of the videos. What a joy that is! Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And guys, we'll see you again very soon. We'll see you again on match day. Take care.
I'm Sporting.
Come on, you guys.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.